Next, urine formation. The mechanism of urine formation involves three steps. These are ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption, and secretion. Three steps in the urine formation is ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption and secretion or tubular secretion. First step, ultrafiltration. Filtration of blood. Ultrafiltration means filtration of blood. It is carried out by glomerulus. So it is called glomerular filtration. Glomerular filtration. Filtration is carried out by glomerulus. So this is called glomerular filtration. 1100 to 1000 to 1100 ml of blood filtered into both kidneys. 1000 to 1100 ml of blood filtered in the both kidneys per minute. Both kidneys per minute. It is equal to the 1/5 of the cardiac output. Cardiac output. Each cardiac output, the blood is pumped by 40 ml. The glomerular filtrate per minute is 1000 to 1100 ml. So it is equal to 1/5 of the cardiac output. Total cardiac output per minute is 50 to 40 ml. 4040 ml. It is equal to 1/5 of the cardiac output. This filtration this is afferent arteriole, this is glomerulus, this is efferent arteriole. Afferent. Blood enters into the glomerulus. The blood present in the glomerulus is filtered by filtration membrane. Filtration membrane. The blood present in the glomerulus is filtered into the Bowman's capsule by filtration membrane. Filtration membrane is formed by the endothelium of glomerulus. Endothelium of glomerulus and basement membrane. And epithelium of Bowman's capsule. Epithelium of Bowman's capsule. Filtration membrane is formed by endothelium of glomerulus and their basement membrane and epithelium of Bowman's capsule. This is the filtration membrane. Epithelium of Bowman's capsule contains podocyte cells. These are arranged into intercalated manner. Leaves minute spaces. These spaces called filtration slits. Glomerulus also contain pores, minute pores. These are called fenestrations. The filtration membrane is more permeable than other blood vessels present in the tissues, because filtration membrane, these glomerular blood vessels contain pores, fenestrations. These are 100 to 500 times more than other blood vessels present in the tissues. So filtration membrane is more permeable. So blood plasma present in the glomerulus is filtered through the filtration membrane. The filtration is caused by three pressures. Filtration is caused by three pressures. These are hydrostatic pressure, colloidal osmotic pressure, and capsular hydrostatic pressure. Three pressures involved in the filtration of blood through filtration membrane. These are blood hydrostatic pressure, and colloidal osmotic pressure, and capsular hydrostatic pressure. First, blood hydrostatic pressure. It is afferent arteriole. The diameter of afferent arteriole is larger than the efferent arteriole. So pressure increase in the afferent arteriole. So hydrostatic pressure, the blood hydrostatic pressure is caused by water present in the plasma. Blood hydrostatic pressure is 60 mmHg. 60 mmHg. The colloidal osmotic pressure is caused by plasma proteins present in the blood. These are albumin, etc. Blood filtered into the Bowman's capsule except plasma proteins. These plasma proteins create osmotic pressure. This osmotic pressure is called colloidal osmotic pressure. Colloidal osmotic pressure is 32 mmHg. Next, the filtrate present in the capsule. This capsular hydrostatic pressure, this causes hydrostatic pressure. This pressure is called capsular hydrostatic pressure. The capsular hydrostatic pressure is 18 mmHg. This is 18 mmHg. These two are colloidal osmotic pressure and capsular hydrostatic pressure. These two are against the opposite the blood hydrostatic pressure. These two are capsular hydrostatic pressure and colloidal osmotic pressures are against the opposite the blood hydrostatic pressure. The net filtration pressure is filtration pressure. Net filtration pressure is, these are simultaneously, these are both pressures are occur simultaneously. Net filtration pressure is blood hydrostatic pressure minus colloidal osmotic pressure plus capsular hydrostatic pressure. This is 60 minus 50. This is 32. This is 18. 50. Net filtration pressure is 10 mmHg. Net filtration pressure is 10 mmHg. The filtration of fluids by 10 mmHg pressure. 1 mmHg pressure, 1 mmHg pressure, 1 mmHg pressure, filter rate 12.5 ml of blood. So 10 mmHg into 12.5 ml is equal 125 ml of blood. Filter rate per minute. 125 ml of blood. Filter rate. The filtration rate is, filtration of blood per minute is called filtration rate. The filtration rate is 125 ml per minute. Both kidneys filter rate 125 ml per minute. This is the filtration rate. Glomerular filtration rate. Glomerular filtration rate. This is glomerular filtration rate. The filter rate formed by both kidneys per minute is called glomerular filtration rate. It is 125 ml per minute. The filter rate is called, this filter rate is called primary urine or ultrafiltrate. Primary urine or ultrafiltrate or glomerular filtrate. Glomerular filtrate. This glomerular filtrate or primary urine is hypotonic to the cortical fluid. This is cortex. This is cortical fluid. Primary urine present in the Bowman's capsule. Present in the lumen of Bowman's capsule. The primary urine is hypotonic to the cortical fluid. Because Bowman's capsule present in the cortical region. Cortex contains some fluid. This fluid is called cortical fluid. Primary urine is hypotonic to the cortical fluid. It means the concentration of primary urine is low compared with cortical fluid. Primary urine contains all the substance of the blood plasma except plasma proteins. Plasma proteins are absent in primary urine or filtrate. Remaining all substance are, all composition are same in the blood and filtrate. except plasma proteins. Important. The difference between primary urine or filter rate and glomerular blood. Main difference between these two: plasma proteins. Plasma proteins are absent in primary urine. This is hypotonic to cortical fluid. This is glomerular filtration rate is 125 ml per minute. Per hour, glomerular filtration rate per hour is 125 into 60. Per day is equal 125 into 60 into 24 hours. 24 hours. It is 180 liters. 180 liters per day. The glomerular filtration, the glomerular filtrate is 180 liters per day. Out of these 180 liters, only 1 to 1.5 liters of filtrate passes out through as urine. In healthy humans, 1 to 1.5 liters of filtrate passes out through as urine. It means 99% of glomerular filtrate is reabsorbed. 99% of 180 liters formed 180 liters filtrate. Out of these, only 1 to 1.5 liters goes out through as urine. Remaining are reabsorbed. It means 99% of glomerular filtrate is reabsorbed. Glomerular filtration rate is controlled by kidneys. Kidneys contain special mechanism for the regulation of glomerular filtration rate. This mechanism is called juxtaglomerular apparatus. Glomerular apparatus. Juxtaglomerular apparatus control the glomerular filtration rate. It is a special sensitive nature. It is formed by the juxtaglomerular apparatus is formed by the this is PCT, loop of Henle. This is DCT. This is efferent arteriole. This is afferent arteriole. Afferent. The afferent arteriole. This is DCT. The afferent arteriole close contact with DCT. This is afferent arteriole, blood flows this direction. Afferent arteriole close contact with DCT to form juxtaglomerular apparatus. Afferent arteriole close contact with DCT to form juxtaglomerular apparatus, because in this region cells are modified both DCT and afferent arteriole. In DCT, crowded cells. In DCT, cells are crowded. These cells are called macula densa. Macula densa. The crowded cells present in the DCT is called macula densa. At the region, the afferent arteriole In afferent arteriole, the smooth muscles are modified to form JG cells, juxtaglomerular cells formed in the afferent arteriole. It is modification of smooth muscle present in the afferent arteriole. Macula densa. The crowded cells present in the DCT is called macula densa. JG cells together with macula densa to forms juxtaglomerular apparatus. JG cells along with macula densa called juxtaglomerular apparatus. This apparatus, juxtaglomerular cells, release renin. We also discussed about renin. It is released in the milk digestion protein, released in the infant's digestive system. It is renin, single N, you can link double N, single N. In kidney present in single N. Kidney single N. చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అన్న, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి జాగ్రత్తగా. సింగిల్ ఎన్ వస్తే కనుక కిడ్నీలో సింగిల్ ఎన్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఈజీ గుర్తుపెట్టేసుకోండి, సరిపోతుంది. చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. జేజీ ఆపరేటర్, జేజీ సెల్స్ రిలీజ్ renin. When glomerular filtration rate is decreased, JG cells release renin. Renin flows blood and increase the glomerular filtration. Increase the glomerular filtration rate. Increase the glomerular filtration pressure or glomerular filtration rate. Glomerular filtration rate is decreased. Renin release, JG cells release renin. This renin flows into the afferent arteriole. It causes increase the glomerular blood flow. Increase the glomerular blood flow. This is renin. Important. Renin is released by JG cells. When blood pressure, glomerular filtration rate is decreased, JG cells activate to form release renin. Renin increase the glomerular blood flow that causes increase glomerular filtration rate. This is the mechanism, JG apparatus mechanism. Next, reabsorption. Primary urine or ultrafiltrate contain both essential and non-essential substance. Essential substances are glucose, vitamins, salts, electrolytes, etc. And non-essential substances are urea, uric acid, ammonia, creatine, etc. These essential substances are reabsorbed by the different types of cells present in the different regions of the tubule. The selective reabsorption. The reabsorption is maximum reabsorption occurs in the, it means 85% of reabsorption occurs in the PCT and descending limb. PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, and the descending limb of loop of Henle. This reabsorption is no energy involved in the, no hormones involved in this reabsorption. So, this reabsorption is called obligatory or mandatory reabsorption. In reabsorption, active and passive processes are involved. In ultrafiltration, it is only passive process. No energy utilization in the ultrafiltration. In selective reabsorption, active and passive processes are involved. Sodium, glucose, sodium, glucose, etc. These are reabsorbed by active transport. Active transport. The reabsorption depends on the reabsorption of substance depends on the necessity of the body fluids. So these substances are divided into a threshold substance, high threshold, substance and a low threshold substance. A threshold substance, these are not necessary for the body. These are the original excretory substance. Example, creatine. Creatine is the original excretory substance. Next, high threshold substance. These are more essential for the body. More essential for the body. So these are highly reabsorbed into the blood. Highly reabsorbed into the blood from tubule. These are glucose, amino acids, vitamins and minerals, etc. Next, low threshold substance. This requires low quantity. These are low threshold substance. These are urea, uric acid. Next, secretion. Tubular secretion. This is tubule. This is blood vessel. Tubule to blood vessel is called reabsorption. Blood vessel to tubule is called secretion. Some tubular cells secretes into lumen of the tubule. This is called tubular secretion. These secretions are H plus ions, ammonia, and potassium. H plus ions, potassium and ammonia. These are secreted into the lumen of tubule. This is essential for this secretion or reabsorption. These are essential for the maintenance of body fluids, maintenance of ionic concentration and acid-base balance. These are the three steps in the urine formation. Selective reabsorption and secretions. These are essential for the maintenance of ionic balance or acid-base balance in the body fluids.